families, right? And so that was one of the questions that was answered for me about how, in fact, does a hall director do their job at Ohio State when you have thousands of residents, or when you have 20 plus staff members, or when you are managing 2, 3, 4 scholars or LCs or a hall council. How do you get that done and have a successful community? By the support of an amazing RM. That is how it gets done, bottom line. So in my slideshow, I have some pictures about my life and why inclusion became a topic of interest to me, and that's why I'm here tonight to talk to all of you about inclusion, and why that matters to the RM position and to our work and residence life. So I kind of have like an odd and funny like life story. So I guess I was born here actually at the University Hospital. So I have a twin sister, Katie. She's the mean twin. So Katie and I were born here at the hospital, and back then it was just called University Hospital, right? And people used to joke, probably kind of in like an encoded racist kind of way, that like, oh, if you had to go to Ohio, that light just came on all of a sudden, it's like God in the sky. I don't know what that means, y'all, we'll see. So if you were born, or if you had to come to the Ohio State Hospital, like, it wasn't good business, right? Like, you didn't want to be here. It was like a trauma hospital. So we were born here, and we came out of the hospital in these little onesies that said, good things start at Ohio State. Isn't that cute? That's like so the Buckeye babies you see on social media today, like wrapped in the game day blankets, like, you know, we've been doing that for a minute. So we were born there, and then shortly after birth, we pretty much went straight into the foster care system here in Franklin County through Family and Child Services. So sometimes you'll have residents or students or friends or yourself who are former foster youth, so I identify as being a former foster youth. And then when I was almost 4, my parents adopted my twin sister and I. Our adoption is what we call transracial, so my parents are old white people. And they really didn't know any other black or brown people, which is funny because I often do workshops with families who are interested in raising children who are of color, and sometimes I tell them, your first black or brown friend should not be your kids. And that sometimes comes like as a shock, right? So I grew up in an environment where race was always evident and always silent at the same time. So it's kind of odd when I say that, right? But I learned that, like politics and religion and other messy topics, race was something we didn't talk about, even if people are constantly asking you about it. What are you? What do you mix with? Where do you come from? Why are your parents old white people? Whatever. So when people are asking you these questions, it's like, how do you navigate that, right? And I think people have kind of gotten used to it, right? Some of you maybe grew up in a school system where you went through K through 12 with all the same people. So I went to private Catholic high school and went to school with all the same people, and eventually they got used to the Gordon twins, which is what people always refer to Katie and I, the Gordon twins. So when I came to college, at the time, Wright State University was admitting more black students in the state of Ohio than any other state university. Almost 40% of my freshman class were black students from urban centers in Ohio. That had, the number of black students at Wright State was higher than the number of students at Central State, which is a historically black college and university. So Wright State was like the blackest place to be, and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm immersed around lots of diversity that I didn't grow up with, and of course, I'm unofficially the president of the Racially Ambiguous People of America group, and so a lot of people were asking me, what are you? Like, where are you from? Like, why does your hair look that way? Whatever. So it was an interesting time for me as a student to be in places to have dialogues around identity. And for me, of course, that meant a lot of conversation about gender and around identity. And at that point in time, as a college freshman, my college roommates helped me connect and find my biological parents. My birth mother was born in Manila in the Philippines. Her father, hi. How are you?
Call about the technology.
Someone called about the technology. You gonna help us make a miracle happen?
Hopefully.
What's your name?
Maddie.
Maddie, let's do it.
Okay,
I'm
let's try
Liz.
it out.
We're gonna partner together. You've got some friends here to help.
Did you have a device that you were trying to plug into here?
This is the device.
Okay.
So this is kind of like when y'all are doing packages next year and like the FedEx person is like, well, I don't know who signed for this. Did you sign for this? Like, and you're trying to be like a problem fixer. RM skill number 1, be a problem fixer. So we're gonna see Maddie can help us out here. And friends. I don't want you to feel left out. You look familiar. Where I know you from? Maybe that's why I do a bunch of stuff. I'm an assistant director of residence life. A bunch of stuff, I do a bunch of nothing. Student leaders do a whole bunch more. Yes. When will you graduate? What are you going to do?
I'm either going to grad school or
If we can get it to work, it's a big thing.
Do you have this saved on any sort of
On my
email?
It's in my desktop, it's in my box.
Yeah.
I know Greg and actually I know most of the exact word like super well. They always will put something. Did you have to eat anything or drink anything?
Right.
Oh, did you? Are you on Kelsey's team? No, she's on all girls. Or like one guy. Yeah. He seems so
lost our friend to this day.
I was wondering if they were gonna make it a year thing or a semester. Yeah. He was my sweetie last year. Yeah. And so he's been obsessed with Survivor. Like I've known him and Survivor. Like his ring was pure Survivor. When we were like Survivor Island.
Okay, that's the Survivor that's around here, right? You're in it?
He's
I
competing.
know it's good. And I'm like, hardcore fan.
You see the cast just dropped today?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh my goodness.
no, but the cast, what do you think of the cast?
I mean, some people I don't really remember because they were from when I was like tiny and I have a really bad memory, so, but I love, JT was like one of my favorites, and I think his name's Caleb, he's like the new JT. Yeah. Those are like two of my favorites.
I'm curious to see if she's on that backside.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I love Cerise, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Here these villains, I'm sure that's really good. I like Ashley, but yeah, she won't do well, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't like scrolled through them yet. I just remember from the finale, like the ones they had released. So but I've just been studying for example.